Good morning. Yeah. Fuck it, let's go.
Unfortunately, sometimes you can't have one accomplish your goals. Sometimes people don't have the determination of what still fast, still tenacity. They're given just like struggle. I realized that everybody's that's the one thing I realized. I walked around so everybody was better than me. So I can't tell you anything about it because the judgment of what the worst of where I am. Well, I realized once I calmed my mind down and sat back and looked at how jacked up this world is. Once you realize that you are not alone, everybody that's talking to you about how jacked up you are, the only thing they've done is they kill you. Most people stop when it hurts, when it gets heavy, when it gets hard, when the silence gets loud. But there are a few who keep going when it's dark, when no one's watching, and the voice in their head is telling them to give up. They bend, they bleed, they break, but they do not quit.
Never.
As you guys are in a hole right now, you cannot do the same thing.
And you're the fucking phony as well, David Goggins. Running. That's all he does is run and does sit-ups. You know what I mean? Hard. But can he fight? You know, if David Goggins was as tough as he was, he'd be fighting everyone. He's a fucking... Yeah, he's an ex-Marine. He's a SEAL. You know, he's super fit. Good for him. When I was fucking younger, I was as fit as he was. Do you understand? And I smoked like a motherfucker. I was ripped. I was shredded. I was 147 pounds for 10 years. Championship weight. 147 pounds for 10 years. Didn't put on a pound, didn't lose a pound. 147 pounds I weighed for 10 years. You can ask there, Mark. I didn't fluctuate, I didn't put on a pound. I was lean as fuck, I was. People, you know, someone said to me this morning, Jude, you used to be a gangster, didn't you? Is that what you think I was? A gangster? Really? Shout out to Harpo O'Driscoll and Dee. Yeah, I was talking to Harpo last night about putting him in this book. I said, I hope you don't mind, bro, but I'm going to put you in this book. Whether you like it or not, you're going in it. I'm just letting you know. He said, Jude, you write and put me in anything you want. You have my blessing. I have his blessing to put him in my book. And I've reached out a few more of the lads. No, you can't. But I'm a big Trump supporter. You fucking fairy. Get out of here, you. Don't be annoying me, you gobshite. Rest in peace to Charlie Veek, though, I'll say that. I do support your president. I'm a big fan. I think he's a wanker. I bet you're a yank, ain't you? Yeah, mind your fucking manners when you're speaking to me, you little bitch. You know, don't play hard if you're only a fucking if you're a fucking gobshite. Bro, listen to me, yeah. Shut your mouth, yeah. If you got an issue, I'm on Instagram. Talk to me on there, yeah. You big sausage. I don't give a fuck where you're from, bro. That doesn't bother me. So what? If you're so what? You know, if we were stood in front of you in the face, yeah, you wouldn't be so fucking gobby, would you? So shut your face. I don't want to block you, bro. You know. Anyway, good morning. How are you doing? I just got fucking soaking. I've just got here. Fuck it. Shout out to Harpo O'Driscoll. I reached out to him the other day and I said, bro, listen, I'm going to write a book and you're going to be in it. Your brothers are probably going to be in it too. Well, one of them, I won't name your brother who I went to school with because he doesn't give a fuck about me. You know, you've more love for me than your bigger brother. But that's okay. You know what I mean? Because I've loved you. You know, and it's okay. I get it. You know, me and him made a pact at 8 years old. He put Indian ink on my arm and he said, when we're 50, we're both going to come back no matter where we are in the world or no matter who we're with or what country we're in or whether we're in prison, we're going to reach out to each other. I've reached out to this individual so many times and he's just blanked me. Now, I'm not going to say any names in here because I'll get myself into trouble, you know. But listen, hey, I was your mate from the fucking start, remember that? But you forget yourself, don't you? Hey, you've no time for your own mate, have you? But I guarantee it, if I fucking wanted to be on your program and paid you, you'd contact me, wouldn't you? You know, you are my best mate as a kid, and you just forgot me like that when I left. You understand? And now it's like you can go fuck your face as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? I was your boy from day one. We grew up together, moved house together to another area. We stood in the street corner together. We punched the face off people together. Do you understand? And now you forget me. But yeah, I don't forget you, and I will put you in me boot whether you like it or not. And I don't give a fuck. You can tell me not to. I'm still gonna do it. I was talking to your brother. So shout out to Harpo O'Driscoll. Yeah, you'll be in it. Definitely. Harpo reached out to me and he said to me, Jude, you put me in that book. Whatever, bro. Name me all you want. I don't give a fuck. It's a book. So I'm getting permission off a couple of people. I don't need a fucking permission, but I'm gonna ask for it anyway. You know, I'm not gonna name their name, but they'll know who I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Jude's an ex-gangster. No, I'm not. I'm much worse than that. Do you understand the gangster? What's that? Anybody can be a fucking tough guy. But it's like it takes a real man to stand in front of 3 or 4 people thinking, I'm gonna get a bit fucked up here, but fuck it, I'm not afraid I'll nail 2 wheels. You know, I've been fighting all my life. I've mastered it. It's like I'm not a tough guy or a hard man or anything like that. I'm a noble man. I'll wait for you to hit me. You know why? Because there's that many cameras everywhere nowadays. Even on your street, people have ring bells. You assault someone, the police are going to the neighbours and they're asking for the CCTV, okay? They see me putting my hands on you, I'm getting into trouble, so I'm going to wait for you to assault me. Then you give me an excuse to put my fucking hands on you. And I don't care whether you're 6 or 7, it doesn't matter. If you can't fight, you can throw haymakers at me and I'll just block them off my guard. You understand? But then it's my turn. You hit me and I'm going to lay you out. Do you understand? I'm going to give you a tutorial in boxing. I'm going to jab your fucking head like it's a ping pong machine. You know why? Because I'm good at it. The best damn thing I'm good at in life is fighting. That's my best skill. I can fight. Not just have a scrap. I can also fight. See, any gobshite can fight. You see, that'll only get you so far, but you know a good jab will take it around the world. I'd jab your fucking head off, mate, and you wouldn't fucking ping me. You'd run at me, I'd insult your masculinity. I'd tell you how handsome you are and the grade you as a man. So you'd run at me. And when you do, I can either knock you out with that or I can spark you in the head with that. Shout out to Alan Ryan. The other day, someone kicked the camera out of Billy Moore's hand, yeah? I went to the fella who went over to the geezer, Alan Ryan. I seen him this morning. He said, all right, Pad. I said, I seen you in Piccadilly the other day when that kid kicked the camera out of Billy Moore's hand and I seen you going over, bro. Fair play to you, know. He said, Pad, you know what? He said, if you'd have been there, you'd have sparking him out, bro. Alan Ryan knows I can fight, right? And so can Alan Ryan. He said to me, Pad, you know what? See Piccadilly. I was going through there like, eating a sandwich. I've lived in this city for 56 years. And some girl said, here, what are you walking through the gardens for with a sandwich and we're all starving? I'm from Latvia. He said, well, fuck off back to Latvia then. No one asked you to come here. Fuck off. If you don't like England, fuck off. It's a great country. How about that? That's why it's called Great Britain, because it's great. You know, and Ireland and England are kind of coming together now to fight a common enemy. You know, so I'm all for that. I like a good row. You know, the more the better. It's more adrenaline. You know, but like I said, I'm a grandfather now, and the only way I'll react to somebody is if you put your hands on me, mate, I am fucking pinging you. You know, just like me dad showed me. Every time I fly somebody, I can hear me down my head. DJ, can you hear me okay? I come up to see me son, bro, and I'm in me still. Well, everything is still up, bro. Just I've black bags now than I've ever had, you know. And if you're not sub to DJ, guys, can you sub to his channel? DJ's one of the lads. Wait till you hear this, bro, right? So, I grew up on a housing estate, as you know, with a lot of tough guys, right? Now, some of these tough guys are Cat A, right? That's their status. They're Category A prisoners, every one of them. And one of them reached out to me yesterday from Cherry Orchard that everybody knows, and he said, "Dude, if you're writing a book and you want to put me or any of me brothers in it or any of the lads, go do it. None of them's gonna say shit to you. What are they gonna say? What are they gonna do, bro? They're gonna do nothing." And this has come from one of the toughest lads in Dublin, and his brother is probably one of the toughest lads in Dublin. You know, and everybody fucking knows it. Do you understand? Allegedly. But lucky enough, I walked away, you know what I mean? But I've never give Ballyfermot a hard time, you know. There's a lot of hard working people that live up there that watch me. I've a lot of friends that live up there that watch me, you know. If I'm your friend, I'm a good friend. I don't forget you. Do you understand? I never forget you. Like, you don't get too big for your boots if you're successful and, you know. But unfortunately, a couple of my old friends, they just forgot me. And what broke my heart is I never forgot them, you know, and I've reached out. I've already done my part. I've reached out to a few of them and I've told them, listen, I'm writing a book. Can I have your permission? Do I have your blessing to mention you in this book? You know, so a couple of tough guys reached out to me and said, Jude, if you want to write that book and you want to put me in it, bro, I've no issue with it. DJ, where I come from, there's a lot of real G's, right? And bro, you have to ask people's permission. Well, you don't, but it's courtesy, it's common courtesy. Like, I don't want any of my mates' mothers reading that me and my mate did this allegedly or that allegedly. I need permission off them first, and I've got it. Now the only thing I need to do is write it. You know, I have everyone's blessing. I don't need a blessing, bro. You know, I don't need a fucking blessing, bro. You know, I'm not asked these, you know, 51, I don't feel very healthy. I don't give a fuck about me. I'm writing this book for my son. Sorry, for my kids.
Want to know why most men stay weak? They feel too much. They talk too much. They cry over things that don't matter. They react over and over again until life knocks them down. But not me. I walk down the wall. I big brothers. I look dead in the face. Whispering, not today.
Not today.
I did it without emotion. Because emotion. Emotion is what they use to control you, to bait you, to destroy you. So listen to me now. You want to build something that lasts. You want power, respect, legacy. You must stop being emotional. You must learn to think like me. Don't show me.
MBU.
Let's get something straight. You don't need to be the biggest man in the room. You don't need to shout or fight or prove anything to anyone. You don't need one thing. Control. Control of your mind. Control of your face. Control of your heart. That's what is dangerous. Muscle. Quiet. Control. Just that none of it could break me now. I blinked first. Because I was colder. I didn't flinch. That silence. Exulting. Until the storm I kept inside. You ever watch a movie too? Scream. Punching walls. Acting like a beast. Trying to prove it's not weak. I've seen it 1,000 times. Every time it ends the same way. Broken. Embarrassed. Defeated. The emotional man is predictable. Unpredictable methods. Easy to destroy. You say something cruel. He reacts. Insult is prone. He explodes. You give him back. He falls apart. That's not power.
I'd like to share something with you
Slavery to pain.
now.
Slavery to the opinions of others.
Okay, so
Insult me to my face.
there's something I need to share with you, right?
Cigarette.
Just to shut someone up now.
Smile.
So,
Because I know something done.
many years ago, in a land far, far away, that I left in 1993. I was after getting a bad hiding. I fucked up a bill, and well, I didn't fuck it up. My mate fucked it up, but it was on me. I vouch for him. Uh, Allegedly, other people put trust in me, and I betrayed that trust by being short of the bill. So it come on my toes. So I made the decision that I was going to take the heat from my mates because I knew if they come to my door, there'd be repercussions. You know, you come knock at my door, know something here. I have a family that love me, that kill for me. You understand? But because it was drugs, some of my family wouldn't get involved at the time. You know, so I had to leave. It was either leave or stay there and get shot or shoot somebody or stab someone or kill someone and go to prison because you're not hitting me. Because you see, that corner over there belongs to me. It's my fucking corner, and you're gonna have to fucking kill me to take me away from it, right? All my mates will tell you I was the first one to take a gamble. We were all sitting at a street corner from 10 years old to 13. None of us had a pot to piss in. None of our mummies had any money to give us. Do you understand? And I was very busy as a youngster. I worked from 8 years old, and I have friends that can tell you. I worked for Paul Murphy's that Smurf in Ballyfermot, Drumfin Road. Everybody knows that family, right? Everyone knows I worked for them. Everyone knows I worked for the Kellys. Okay, doing a paper round till I was 13, and then at fucking 13, nearly 14, I got a job, an apprentice butcher, right? And I jumped on it because I didn't want to be sitting at a fucking street corner for the rest of my life because I already knew at 13 I was going to the army in 3 4 years. You know, so in that time, what I'm going to try do is I'm going to try turn this into something. So I got offered another job after my apprentice, working in a fucking nightclub, right? And I was chosen for a reason because I wasn't scared. I wasn't afraid. I was stupid brave. And the owner of the nightclub knew it. He recognised something in me in 12 months. In all fairness, I think he groomed me. Not sexually. He threw money at me. Do you understand? I was making £66 a week. I was getting a little pay packet, a little down pay packet with £66. I was working after school hours from 4 o'clock till 8, Monday to Friday. And then if I worked a Saturday, I'd get £20, you know, so it'd be £86 a week. So I went up, the storeroom was upstairs, right? So I went upstairs and the geezer went, "Come here, kiddo." He said, "Much do you make down there?" And I said, £66. He said, "A week?" I said, "Yeah." And a few of the lads start laughing at me. You know, he said to one of the lads, he's like, "What are you laughing at? What are you laughing at him for? He's walking in, isn't he? What are you doing sitting on your fat arse?" He said, "You see that kid? He's got more heart and balls than you'll have in 10 lifetimes." He said, "Do you want a job? A real job with real money?" He said, £66 a week. He said, "How about if I can earn you that in an hour? Would you work for me?" I said, "Yeah, where?" "The Asylum nightclub. I'd have working there for free. I'd have working there for free, and that's the truth. Do you understand? I'd have working there for free. And I had I had a bit of leeway. I was allowed three of my mates on the guest list, right? That's what come at the job. I could have three of my friends on the guest list, right? At the time, dance music had just hit Dublin. Ecstasy had hit Dublin. Sorry, not dance music. And all the older lads used to go to this nightclub in the city centre called Sides, okay? Like, and I remember going to this nightclub with Harpo O'Driscoll and Eddie Douglas and Kenna O'Driscoll. Uh, and at the time, in this nightclub was Yowza Tyndall, Pat Carey, Nicky Brennan, Didi O'Driscoll, Macca, Jen, fucking loads of the lads from Cherry Orchard, right? They'd open the doors at 2 o'clock. Do you know what? See Harpo O'Driscoll, he's the youngest raver in Ballia that come away with us because I'm a couple of years older than him, right? But I was talking to him last night. He said, Jude, if you want to put me in the boot, put me in it, bro. It's not a fucking problem, you know? So I said, thanks for that. You know, I appreciate that. Like, what you don't understand is I grew up with certain people and I walked away and they took the they took the city over. Do you understand? Not just Ballia. The whole fucking city, mate, is on lock. Do you understand? The whole city, you know, and at 15 I could see that. I was like, one day I'm gonna be one of the boys. But I have to work. I have to prove myself. So that's how I started. I got involved in the life of 15 selling drugs, allegedly. Now, I got a message off a person last night, a few messages. Now, I'd like to say this to somebody watching. See you, dickhead. Now, the thing about your problem is, I got tortured in Cherry Orchard. Yeah, I was burned. I was hit with wheel braces, pickaxes, and baseball bats. And you know what? When I got out of the van, I couldn't walk. I still didn't talk. Do you understand? Out of all my mates up there, I never told on anybody. And that's the reason why I still get the same respect off the lads. I've never told on anybody in my life, you know why? Because my family at home would disown me. Both families. Okay, now know this, dickhead. Anybody, it'll be there on record, okay, in your fucking book of evidence, okay? If I tell on you, yeah, and I'm your co-defendant, yeah, I'm gonna be able to see that, and I'm gonna know you fucking told on me, okay? Yeah, do you understand? And you can never go home then. I was talking to Harpo last night. I, I, I sent him a message on Instagram the other day, and I was like, bro, I'm writing this book. I'm gonna need your permission, bro, to put you in it. Can I put you in it? He said, bro, listen, you don't owe me nothing. You don't owe any of us nothing. Write this fucking book and put me in it. So I've reached out to all the lads that I hung around with and grew up with, and I said, listen, I'm writing a book and I'd like to put you in it because you're part of this fucking story. You understand, but I need permission off one of your family to write this book because I'm gonna name every fucking one of you. I've had people saying, bro, do you know what? I've had two people reach out to me and say, Jude, you better not put me in the boot. And I'm thinking, why would I put you in it in any way? Like, I'm putting people in this book who I grew up with in Bluebell Flats, being the O'Driscolls and the Duns. I grew up with Kenny. We were in the same class. I grew up with Harpo and I grew up with Didi. Do you understand? He's married to me fucking cousin. He's married to me family. Do you understand? I have several families in Ballyfair, man. Not just blood family. I have a street family too, according to the Sunday World. That's what they call them, yeah. And you know, every one of them lads I grew up with. You know, every one of them lads that have become more powerful than the Kinahans, allegedly. According to the Sunday paper, my mates allegedly, here, when I left, we owned the value. Now, they own the city, mate, allegedly. How are you, Mr. Machiavelli? I was fucking sending you a message last night, and for some reason I looked this morning and didn't go through. Thanks for your message last night on Insta, bro. I got it. Machiavelli, right? So you'll know who I'm talking about. So I sent Harpo a message the other day, right? I said, listen, we both grew up in Bluebell Flats together, yeah? You know, your dad used to be at my granny's all the time because he lived in the same block as me granny. Like, I remember putting I lit a piece of paper and put it in a petrol tank, right? Because this fella was bullying me, right? He was sitting in one of the cars in Bluebell Flats, right? This car had no wheels. It was on bricks. No windows, no nothing, just a steering wheel. This cunt, the day before, he was at there splitting me nose, you know, and I hit him with a stick a few times. So I was coming around the corner from school and I seen him on his own. And my baby's like, listen, I sweat now. On that kid's like there, right? I seen him, he didn't see me. My granny and dead brothers and sisters' graves. I lit a piece of paper, put it in the petrol tank, snuck around like a ninja, waiting for something to happen. I was 8. I didn't know what was going to happen. Do you understand? I thought it was going to be a bang. Nothing happened. I'm waiting. Nothing happened. I walks over. I puts me fucking eyes in the petrol tank, and next of all, I hear this sound. Now, like in backdraft. Now that sucking sound. Boom, bro. It must have taken me 2 or 3 feet off the ground. I fucking hurt myself. But this fella shit his pants, bro. I was like, shitty jocks. Go on out of that. You won't pick on me again, will you? Benny O'Driscoll ran out and grabbed me. I was on fire. Do you understand? All my face was burnt. My arms were on fire. Like the petrol tank exploded. And I was right in the blast zone. So it took me off my feet. But the geezer's mother who put me out, I was talking to him last night, Harp O'Driscoll. Out of all them lads up there, he said to me, Jude, put me in the book. I don't give a bollocks, you know what I mean? And I will put him in it because of some good memories with him and his brothers. Do you understand? People say Jude was a gangster. Listen, I wasn't a gangster, mate. I was much worse than that. You're a fucking gangster. Gangsters all drink together and have their own little circle and have to do things with 3 or 4 teams. Do you understand? I didn't need nobody. Not 'cause I'm tough, or not 'cause I'm hard, or not 'cause I think I'm fucking hard. 'Cause I'm not. I'm soft and wet like a vagina, and deep like a big cunt. It's like, but then I had kids, you know. I've been to prison, I've been to youth offenders. Listen, my life started at 10 years old when I moved up to an area where they call cartel land now. An area where I'm welcome back. Uh, we won't talk about that. I'll be honest with you, Andrew. I've never fucked anybody over in my life who didn't fuck me over first. The guy robbed me, bro. Do you understand? He put a fucking needle to me neck, Andrew. Right? He put a needle to me neck, bro. Told me to spit out what I had in my mouth. Robbed me. And bro, when he left, I was like that. I was fucking shaking like a leaf. And bro, you know what? He shook me that much. I had to go home and compose myself because I was like that. And bro, listen, £80 worth of fucking gear isn't worth getting fucking AIDS or stabbed in the neck with a fucking syringe. Here, you can have it. But for the whole day, bro, I was like that. He shook me. And I kept seeing him in my head. I was warned about him. Someone said to me, Jude, there's a fella going robbing drug dealers in town. Be careful, bro, because he'll catch you slipping. What's his name? He told me his name. What does he look like? Bro, he's the fucking red-headed, freckly-faced cunt. I got a phone call to go drop something off. I was on a motorbike, was taking me helmet off, right? Next of all, this to me neck, look. Dude, spit out what's in your mouth. He knew me name, and he knew I had it in me mouth, cause no, he's Irish, bro. Do you understand, bro? Right? I'll tell you what, right? On the 11th of September, some fella robbed me. He put a syringe to me fucking neck, bro, and he put the fear of God into me. I went home. I couldn't walk for the rest of the day because I was like that. He was at that robbing me, bro, right? And he fucking shook me. Do you understand? It terrified me to the point where I was thinking, there's only one way I'm going to be able to fix this. I need to find him and find where he is and where he's staying. So I asked a few lads that are salty, if you find out where this geezer lives, tell me and I'll give you £100 worth of gear. All you need to do is to point at the door. So I got a phone call about 3 days later. I kind of forgot about it. And this lad said to me, bro, I know where Dean is. And I was like, where? Bro, I'm in Sheriff Street now. I've just seen him going into a gap. You know, I said, stay there. Fucking stay there. I'm coming. You know what I mean? So I went and I got something without going into too much detail. And I went on my own and I parked at the back of the flat. I said, bro, how long have you been here? He said, about an hour, dude. I was like, has anyone come out of that gap? He said, no, but two people have gone in about 15 minutes ago and they've not come out. I said, the big lads. He said, dude, one of them's a big tall cunt. He said, and the other one's a little fast, stocky fella. So I'm like, there's definitely three people in this house, so fuck it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to lie, bro. I put a couple of rounds in a Luger allegedly, right? So me mate showed me where the door was, bro. This is about, I'd say about 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm watching this fucking door, bro, for about 3 hours. I seen one person come out. You know what I mean? I must have been there 2 hours looking at the door, anticipating what's on the other side of that door. Bro, I went there not not to not to get drugs, because I didn't go for that. I went there to get even, to take something back that he'd stolen off me, which was me pride and me morals and me dignity. He stole it. Because when he done that to me, he put the fear of God into me for the whole day. And I was thinking and thinking about it, and I was thinking and anticipating the next time I see him, I'm going to remind him what he did to me. So I went there, bro, not to rob him. I went there to fucking hurt him. So, bro, I knocked at the door. I heard someone going, who is it? I just said, bro, it's me, open the door. As soon as I heard the click, bro, I went like that. Bang! It's like my man's on the ground. Do you understand? I walked past him, I stomped on him. A tall fella walked towards me, I cracked him. He's on the ground. That's two of them immobilized. The other guy, bro, I swear, me, look, I walks in, right? Hey, he's compromised, yeah. This geezer is sat. He's sat down, yeah. He's got a fucking needle in his hand and he's got a legs. He's got his arm like this, bro. Look, like that, yeah. He's got his arm like that. And he has this in his mouth, pulling it to get a vein. He's slapping his arm as I'm walking in. So both his hands were compromised, right? So he tried to get up out of his chair and I just give him a rap. Something in the face, and I knocked him off his chair. And when I knocked him off his chair, he was sat under a bag. Do you understand? A bag. A fucking bag, bro. You know, with loads of goodies in it. So I took it, bro. You know, and the next morning, my house got raided. You know, and that happened. I can even tell you, the 11th of September, 1993, bro. He took something from me, bro, when he robbed me. Not just the gear he took, bro, but he took a bit of me. Do you understand? Because, bro, it shook me. Do you understand? I was terrified. Eh, right, guys, I'm gonna do 9 minutes and fucking off. I'm OCD with that time and hours and what have you. But listen, yeah, so anyway, I didn't go there to get any fucking junk. I went there to take something back that he took from bro. He robbed me, and bro, I was afraid to go out to work. Do you understand? I'm not gonna lie, he fucking shook me like it's never happened. The way he come behind me like a ninja. I took me helmet off, and as my helmet was coming off, he come behind me like that, and I couldn't get it out of my head. And bro, he made me afraid. Do you understand? And the only way I was going to get that back was going and getting hold of him. And on my baby's life, bro, listen, I worked on my own because I don't trust people, you know, because you're not me. I don't tell on anybody. I'm welcome to go back to Ballyferma. And for that rat bastard, you sent me a message on Instagram. How about this? Reach out to people up in Cherry Orchard, like Harp O'Driscoll, and ask him, have I ever told on anyone in Ballier? Go on, reach out to him now. He'd know, wouldn't he? Someone called me a rat last night and said I was ran out of Ballyferma. Really? Yeah, you're right about that. I was. Because me mate fucked up the bill. But I never told on anyone. So I'm always welcome there. You know, me cousins still live on that estate and all me mates. And they all run it, allegedly. Not just the fucking manor, the city. So I left at the very start. Now, if I had been still there, God knows. But that geezer, like I said, he stole something from me. Not drugs. He stole something from me, bro. And I'm not gonna lie, I was scared. Do you understand? Me daddy taught me not to be afraid of the dark or the devil. Piss on him if you get a chance. It's like, and bro, it was an ego thing with me. He was at the robbing me, and I wasn't asked about him robbing me, bro. But when he robbed me, bro, he shook me up. I was a nervous wreck. I was like that, bro. Do you understand? And I was like, I have to get this back. And the only way to get it back is by seeing him on the street and having a go with him, a fair go. Just me and you. No weapons. Here, I'll show you my hands. I don't need weapons. Or just fucking bang. I'll take a step back, you know. And once I have space, you're fucked. I'll pin you, you know why? Because we did it for fun when we were kids. You know, I can box. I'm very good at it. And I'll hit you. Do you know the beauty of this whole thing? I'm an old man, right? But I learned how to fight from about 10 years old. By 13 years old, I could knock out adults. Between 13 and 15, I was a little bastard, I was. You know what I mean? But a lot of me mates were too, and we all made fucking mad decisions which led us all to prison. You know, but the day before I went to prison, I was at going to this fella's house, and on my mother's ashes, sorry, on my mammy's grave, I was shitting myself because I didn't know who was in the fucking house. There could have been five of them. They could have killed me. You come to my house, mate. Do you understand? You come to my door. Really? You're not getting out of there. I know you anticipated I was either going to get stabbed or hurt, but I couldn't get this out of my head. I went there to punch him in the face. That was it. Well, and I brought a friend with me just in case I needed it, okay? You understand? I'm not playing with you. You want to rob me? I don't know who's in your house, and if I have to shoot you, so what? So fucking what? Look what you did to me. You're lucky. You're very lucky. I left. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to go into details, but yeah, I couldn't believe it. It's the most amount of fucking heroin I've ever seen in my life. I'd never seen that much heroin. I couldn't believe it. I was like, he's robbed somebody. He's just recently robbed somebody. And now, because of him robbing me, I've got a problem. I've got 14 ounces. The cunt was sitting under 14 ounces of heroin, right? And my son's like, my door went in, you know. Uh, so I believe that he was telling police else, you know. The very next day, I got arrested, you know. And yeah, it was my own fault, you know what I mean? But this geezer must have been giving fucking information to the police, but they were watching me. You understand? I was out on bail. Do you understand already? And it's like, I fucked up big time. It's like, and I was told to hide it outside where I was living, and I didn't. Because I was like, listen, there's about 50 gram worth of gear here, so I'll sell that for about 30. You know what I mean? It's like, make a few quid and go back to England, you know, real quick. Uh, that was the plan, you know what I mean? But the very next day, Star Street, my serious crime squad, fucking drug squad kicked me door in. Uh, and I went to Big Boy prison, the Mountjoy prison, and I'll tell you one thing, mate, everybody didn't like me, you know, but when you don't tell on people, they don't forget that. If you ever rat on anybody from your, if like I'm from a place called Ballyfermot where people don't forget. If you're a police informer, you'll always have a name as a rat. I've had many names up there, and I'll tell you what, that wasn't one of it. You know why? I've never told on anyone in my life except for myself. You know, police were trying to pin a weapon and drugs on my baby mother, and I couldn't let that happen. So I had to sign a statement and say it was mine because they were going to put her on hook, you know, and I couldn't let that happen, you know, and I ended up going to prison and making a deal with God. Uh, if he got me out with one of my eyes, that I'd serve him for the rest of my life, and I'd try to help the next generation of kids not to make the same mistakes I did. You know, not to look for like some kind of direction in your mates. Like when you have a follower's mindset, like as a kid, I just wanted to be one of the lads. That was it, and I knew you had to do things to become one of the lads. So you know, like all the boys up there will tell you, listen, Jill wasn't a hard lad. He sold a little baby fucking drug dealer. You know, a fucking, you know, compared to what goes on nowadays, you know, but at the start, I was there. And I miss a lot of the lads, like, but this book that I'm going to write, I've had to ask for a couple of people's permission in all fairness, because I don't want to put them in it and then them find out and then go fucking ballistic at me. It's like one of my mates fucked up the bill, and I knew the consequences. I couldn't run anywhere. My family are still here. Do you understand? If I go, they'll come to me man's door. Do you understand? And they did. But what they didn't realise was I have a very big family. And some of the lads allegedly, we won't go into too much detail, went to the wrong fucking house, didn't you? I had to go, I'm not gonna lie. My family, because it was drugs, they didn't want to know. You know, we can't be involved in this kind of thing. You know, so it's like I come to the UK, you know, because I fucked up. Me and a few of my mates fucked up. And when you make a mistake, you have to pay the price, and there's consequences and repercussions for your actions. So I got tortured in Cherry Orchard, and I was the very first one. Out of all the lads up there who fucked up, see me, I fucked up the first. And it's like, I didn't want to sit on a corner for the rest of my life, you see, because I always worked, even as a child, you know, I liked it, you know, because education wasn't going to do for me when I was younger. Working, I didn't want to sit on a street corner every night not making money, You know, I wanted to do something, and the only way is to take affirmative action and do something. You know, and all my mates can back up every fucking thing I told you. You know, we all wanted to have something like when we were like, boys, if we can do this in 3, 4 years, you know what I mean? We'll all have a nice fucking car. We'll have a few bikes. We'll have this. We'll have that. And I had a vision and I had a plan and I put it into action. I got on the board and I was asked, did I know a couple of other lads that wanted to jump on the board as well? You understand? So I recommended 2 people allegedly to help me, you know, and they did help me allegedly, and I ran perfect. I ran like a fucking a train. Right, guys, listen, I'm going, but thanks for coming in. Me fucking stomach's more than me. But I'll be back on this afternoon. Uh, but like I said, I was never like a tough guy or anything like that. I was just one of the lads, you know, and every one of us could fight. Some of us couldn't even spell fight, but fight we could, you know. And growing up in Cherry Orchard made me a man, you know, 'cause I grew up alongside a lot of men, and it's like they learnt me a lot. Like I grew up with lads like Didi Augusto, Jen Dunn, Sam Maguire, Shaggy Ennis, all the McDonalds. It's like Harry Dunn, Jen Dunn, you know, all the lads, all the Kershaw lads. I grew up with all them boys, Pop Howard, all the Moonies, Jay Blackburn. I grew up alongside Harry, like all the older lads, like A.O. Sweeney, Harry Howard, Mark Kavanagh. Like, you know, I grew up alongside all them, Rusty Grandin, rest in peace. Jay Dunn, Pato Dunn, rest in peace. David Douglas, rest in peace. Raymond Vickers, rest in peace. Keith Collins, rest in peace. Mark Walsh, rest in peace. Mark Summers, rest in peace. Robert Murray, rest in peace. Con Murray, rest in peace. Rest in peace to Robbie O'Connor from Ballymun. You know, yeah, shout out to Ballymun. Shout out to Hadlow Whiskey and Paddy Neeson in Ballymun. Shout out to all the boys in the Red Wall in Ballyfermot. Now, this afternoon, I'm going to tell you about this book that I'm going to start writing on Sunday night. I'm going to start writing after I drop my son back on the weekend. I'm going to start this book. Now, what I'm going to do, guys, is I won't be ignoring you. It's like if you want to put your link into me chat, you're more than welcome. If you want to grow your channel, I can help you. Tell me. All you need to do is ask me for help and I'll help you. And all you need to do is to put your name in the description of my video. Now, before I go, I'd like to thank Pablo. Hang on. I'd like to thank Pablo for making me this video. And it's like, the way I say it is, life's too short. You understand? It's like, and sometimes we say things and what have you. It's like our passion or our love, or you know. But I'd like to thank Pablo for this video. I'm coming in. So I'd like to thank Pablo for supporting me over the last 7 years. I wouldn't have been able to do it without you, bro. Shout out to Pablo. We're here to take part. Archers. Shout out to Pablo, man, for his video. Uh, so, here's me plan. On Sunday evening, I'm gonna start writing a book. And I'm gonna write several. Uh, the way I see it is, I need to do this, not just for me, but for a lot of people who aren't here anymore to talk. I have a lot of good men that are dead, a lot of good mates that are dead, and I'll speak about them. And I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm gonna let my eyes be my pencil. I've reached out to a few tough guys in Ballyferm that I grew up with, and I said to each of them, listen, I'm writing a book, and you're going to be in it. Have I got your permission? 4 people have reached out to me. Well, 6 people. 4 of them are cute. Name me in this book if you want. And 2 of them have said, if I name them in this book, there'll be repercussions. Well, here. The only way this isn't going to happen is if you finish me there. Because I'm going to write about you. Oh, yeah. You know, I know secrets about people too. They say certain people are the most feared men in Ireland or Dublin. In Dublin, certain people are the scariest men in the city. Well, I'll tell you something, yeah. A lot of them are very dangerous. But you know, without them mates by their side, yeah, you can't fight some of them. Some of them can. And even if they're no good at it, they'll still fight to the death. But I know a big heart of artists, you know, just like I did back then, nothing changes. They have, they have let themselves totally go, whereas me, I wouldn't, I let myself totally go as well. And I'm trying to rebuild myself, you know, and to have author next to my name, to be able to write a book, I need a publisher, a good one. Uh, it's probably going to cost me a few pounds. Uh, speculate to accumulate, or whatever it is to say. So Sunday night, I'm gonna start writing on Sunday. I'm doing it for my family, you know. I've already got a green light of the people that was most concerned about putting in this book. That said to me, Jude, no bother, put me in the book. You know, I'm honoured you think of me. So I've reached out to a few people from the old area and said to them, I'm thinking about writing a book, but there's parts of this book that you're in, funny stories that we had or did or allegedly did or didn't do. It's like I've come too far now to lose. And I always knew one day I'd write a book. Why do you think I don't charge this money? One of these days I'll be an author. Tell me I won't. Go on.
Patience, oh God, to us as men. We got to cherish that. Honor him too. I pray this morning to the listeners. It works so well. It's when you're to get back up. Yes, I get high on a bit less. That's a slippery slope. Put up that money. Do not come this way. We just break down.
Sugars are in the heart.
Whatever it is you want to do, everything you want to do to help others to grow with it. That desire, that's God's will to you. Send it beforehand already. And it's yours. Inspire to make a difference.
You're either somebody or a nobody. You see, without user support, I wouldn't be able to do this. Now, I don't make a penny off YouTube, but I do appreciate 4,000 subs that I have. I have a small channel. This time next year, we'll be past 6,000 subs. 7,000. Who knows? Maybe even, yeah. Well, I will fucking nail it. Because I'm not scared.
So you got to get out there. You got to give it everything you got.
I'm going to talk about a few good times I had with my pals who aren't here anymore to tell their story. So, I'm not just doing this for me. I'm doing this for a bunch of lads who will see one day. I may be able to play dance. You have to do something you never did. Do something. The people you meet, the risk you take. Right, guys. I'll be back this afternoon.
I found that nothing in life is worthwhile.
That's me how I done.
Unless you take risks.
So I'm going to fuck off.
Nelson Mandela said,
There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's new.
I'm sure your experiences
Sunday night, I'm going to start writing me book.
I'm sure people have told you
I just don't know which one yet. Because I've had a good bit of advice off a few people that have wrote books. I want my kids to be proud of me and to one day say, you know what, see my dad, the lads that he grew up with, the things allegedly that they all did together as mates. It's like, I'm proud of me, Dad. You know, I want my kids one day to look back and say, you know what, me dad covered all bases. You know, he made sure that everybody was at peace with each other, no fighting, because it's important. We're not going to be here forever, and I need to start writing this book now. Not in 6 months, or 3 months, or 3 weeks. I'm going to start writing this book the weekend. And when I'm writing, I'll try not. I'm not being rude, but like I said, if you've supported me, you'll understand. If I don't write this book now, it's gonna die with me. Whereas, if I write this book, I think I'm the only one that can write it. Because all my mates are home, 50% of them are illiterate. They can't even spell book. They can't write it. You understand? I'm doing it for me mates, for the voiceless ones, for the ones that can't write or spell. I'm gonna do it for them, because I can. I learned how to spell and how to read and how to write and how to fucking greet people in foreign languages. Not just one or two or three. I've worked with lads from all around the world and I've learned things from everybody that I've ever been around. You understand? And I'll prove that. I always knew I was going to write a book. I just didn't know when, but now I know. What? My mother last night, I had a dream last night. And in this dream, I told my mother, I'm going to write a book. And you know what she said to me? I'm fucking sick listening to you talking about it. Do it. So in the name of my father and my mother and my kids and my dead friends and family, I'm going to write a masterpiece for them. The tough lads that aren't with us anymore, I'll name them all. Every fucking one of them. Anyway, I have to go. I'll talk to you later, guys. We're out. And I'll see you later. Boom.